Welcome back to Schureberg. Since the last video, water shortage fixes in Bamberoo. All of the country roads had been turned or replaced into a rural road pieces because all of the yellow lines must be broken or zigzag, and the road should be disconnected to Bamberoo, and the farm should be expanded in Arrostandi. In today's episode, I think something messes up with in Scratchelabor. I need to fix it. Oh god. No, not to diagonal. Oh god. Can you stand by for this? How much longer time it takes? About 1 out of each second. First, I would say all roads should be irreplaceable. Because we don't understand how about this. We're messing up with anything happening now, so should be merciful. A fake question causes any trouble or anything else. Back to the starting area. And finally, the Scratchelabor finishes the rural road pieces. We don't have much time for this because I don't think so. Alright then. So this time, this is going to be another way to repair or rebuild the entire triple avenues with overpasses, including monorail and electrical railway. For every time, it requires another way to rebuild from this part and to this part. So every time from this part until each side, from Slavosilk until it reaches Aconiscrazy. But first, Slavosilk is waiting. As you can see on the northeastern side, you can say that the triple avenue with overpasses are completely broken during the update. And what's the thing, you need to fix this problem and rebuild. And unfortunately, all of this should be replaceable because it's voided in this area. On the other side, what's it again? Rural road pieces. This might take a single unconscious areas. It will take a mother horn of time. So every time, Arkstraight needs a lot of things to do. So what's the next thing? Now, all you have to do is to rebuild a road and fix the following measures. Because what happens exaggerately. For this time, Slavosilk. And fix the other ones. So not one. The highway. Elevated highway. Costs per road. And it will be rebuilt automatically. For those at the same time, you need to replace and rebuild in something. Some kind of any what. And so on. Unexaggerate. Unexaggerate road systematic problem things here. So let's try putting this right over here and right over here on the side. They don't too much caring. And what is in on the other side become miscellany. supported road types. What is it? Right over here. And a triple road laning. To be laminated by the other side, if there's a secret, you need to go up and down. As you can say that you're going to up and down. Rebuild Age and the other side. So Arkstraight is a comprehensive area which you can find the one-way road system, which is definitely not quickable. And there's a train on it. Okay. Remove everything itself. So oh god. No one-way roads here. No one will allow each road system causes to let you behind. So for sometimes add another thing. Give a little crash, for instance. I suggest you out of something. On that side. No, give me one thing. Resume. It's still 1998. Right about that. And get rid of it. I'll pass right into this section. Arduino intersection. What about that? Should be replaced with a 3-lane asymmetrical road. Because what happens, one-way roads cannot be detached as easy as possible. So one thing you need to say that Selhas Road. What about that? Moving on to this Unconcious side. We did not belong it here. Again, that side is outrageous because I don't like a road which is not consciously better in the side. We need to fix this problem before doing that. Immersive delay. It's not very sensitive. We don't have any road materials. And it's unsuitable. Not complete. How long would I been made and glad surely I stayed. And here we are. Arrostandi. Make sure that Arrostandi requires a road climbing activity and the road climbing activity. Okay, the first step is to creating the neighbor deals on Arrostandi. Because what happens is the well-known city in Japanese. It will take crashing and crashing and crashing. Sportively, along with the following, should be in the entire way. Good night. Now I'm going to reconnect this road to the side 34, connecting to Arrostandi. Well, Arrostandi is a simple question. Give me one more thing. more thing. Anyways, 106. 106 is the perfect way to get included. Not suitable. What about this one? I guess this is great. And another thing. Railway. A railway functions and not on the other side. And why don't you rebuild a street without any further restrictions? This is not against the rule. Place on top of the this line is not vegetatively different. Not vegetative. It's not very different. It's not very different. And it's not very different. No effect at all. Complete. Ever since the last thing you need to wait until it surprises. Surprised me. But bang. Let me think. No. It will be requested by road. Once you place the three listings have a tree listing on November 24. We did not find any additional areas. Road pieces, entire piecing. Anything missing will be approximate with oh god hydro pieces of viaduct rail. These may construct a while. There we go. Why can't I place this part? Okay. Let me I'll what about the and no pilot. Wow. Give me one thing. That is not right. Sometimes I'm unconscious. This is a pirated area. Pirated area. This time do not crash the game. Such as one it's the same thing. What about this connection into each road doesn't have much time. What about there? And the monorail. Could not place it here because placing is not sufficient. going to get that area. One another thing should be S-curved. Flexible overrides. No, thank you. Reduce curves. More curves allowed. What about that one? That one. More late than ever. It should be redisconnecting. Does it disconnected? Or shall we? Does it work? Maybe they didn't ask for help because asking for help is starter pieces. Add more starter pieces. Needs to crash. Stand by. Control Alt save. This can crash to desktop in a single while. Maybe he has a problem with it. Think what you've heard. Oh. Block the two pieces. What about that one? Rebuild. Why don't you ask for precious times? There you go. This is the asymmetrical road, replacing from one-way roads because I had to connect to the other side because I could not build any ramp. But that is however, all roads should be replaced in the frequently centered area. Going at each side, until each side, and until each side. Going to Arrostandi. Stop the clock. Where's the center? Immersive. New flexible turns. On the other side, rural road pieces should be turnable during this time lapse. So stand by for the next episode. Arrostandi has a lot of things to do. So what's the next thing? So this time you might going to have another Arrostandi expansion because we don't have any environment. First you need to do is to replace all of the one-way roads into 3-lane asymmetrical roads. And the country roads going each side should be rural. But first you need to say, oh God. Put the one-way road over here to make it conceptually beautiful. No arrangements. Stand by. I don't really think it was. We know I don't really think about one-way or road or something. Else we can forget full. And the other thing is reconstruct a single lane of the roads. basically. Seems we don't have any anything in the at each side because every time costs you to see much. So that means it's not yet perfect. Unless something causes much. We should bring you much. Restart. Okay. There's something unsuitable to build a road network. Adaptation is required. And another thing, you need to create a diagonal support. Really, diagonal support, sir. Supporters don't take much. And another thing, resume. All of this should be remastered into one out of a single lane. Because this is not true. And it needs to be centered. All of this, we'll take a look at each line. If it is cleared for entry, you need to remaster in all of these ways. So yeah, how many times I'm asking me no constructions? Type B or type C? Oh God, let me try it again. Maybe this is not right. Ask me how. And a quick turn lane pieces should be recycled up. Is this the one? That is the one. And in the lower of times, the real thing is all for good and all for one. So in this district, we call it Aconiscrazy South. Neither placements could be interruptible. So fine, demolish. To Arkstraight. And finally, oh God. No, not that one. This may break the world. At 42. Not quite 42. What's the next jungle? The next thing is the jungle. With rural NPCs. Let's see. Let's wait till later. Until it reaches at the end of the side. More rural road pieces. Should that be practical angled? No asphalt roads. No orthogonal roads. The center line end. Oh yeah, center line end. On the other side. Should be on the side. And what is that? There you go. I love that thing here. What are the connection rules will go from each side until this side? 3-lane asymmetrical road is complete. Not this funny. Stop the clock. It's 1996. We need more buildings. Check the data. Oh my god. Add more. Which is fire station. Crime mitigation. Add something more. What about that one? Health. We need more hospitals. Such as medical clinic. Should be on this side. A very high health would be polluted on one each side. It becomes more traffic than the other ones. All off. I don't realize how this happens, and this really quite productive, and it's not yet built. All production buildings might be always. To finish the training, you need to go back from the start. The center should be here, and check the budget. Fast forward until the end of the year. So how many times that Arrostandi, Bamberoo, and Aconiscrazy would ever been asking for many road systems and construction? Stop the clock again and check the subway. We demand more of those. Stop the clock. Bamberoo has a lot of things to do. So what's the next thing? Now, Arrostandi has 4 parts. Part 1 is to connect all 4 tracks going from Arkstraight until it reaches to this city. Part 2 is the Aconiscrazy in southeast. Part 3, we added 2 new bridges, Raised Road and Level Avenue, with a total of 6 bridges, including 4 in the first part. And the part 4, the 3-lane asymmetrical road, which includes a rural road pieces, replacing any one-way roads, and another thing, country roads. So this is the 3rd part of this segment. You might going to say, another Bamberoo expansion. So let's resume. You might going to have the areas of Aconiscrazy between the others, Arrostandi, and reconnect this part. This might gonna take a while. So let's move on. Sometimes it will break the law. Let's make it 48. And otherwise, all Arrostandi areas should be replacing. Okay. Either replacing areas unconsciously, and yeah, it could be it should be nearby, as long as it takes to be ruled in becoming endangered. Check the costs. much savings. And check the cost. What is trouble? So it should be 3%. 2, 2, and 1. You don't have much time for this in their conclusion. Otherwise, there's no job, or unless really impracticable. So let's move on to the agricultural area. Agricultural area is a rural road piece. Just place it here. What about that one? Moving on to this one-way road, it should be asymmetrical, or it's even knowledgeable. To complete this section, use only the one-way road. And it's broken. And one thing you need to say, one rail or rail. Rail. Burglar words are not complicable. Okay. Yeah. Destroy everything. Each road costs at least 3 in the afternoon. Going from the side. Worstfully on the side. And worstfully on the side. Something reach test. Okay. Add road. No burglar areas. Just keep going. Right. And the road should be better. And a long transition. Also puzzle piece. Long transition. With no pylon. Including the rest. Okay then. There's not enough thing here. Let me just say unacceptable areas with one thing another. Could be taller and taller and taller. There should be no pylon. Unless something happens right now, just continue rebuilding. Wheel could not be placed on top of the reserve tiles. One more thing. And a one-way road. Whoa. You know what? I don't know. It should be placed in here. Oh, I forgot to build a road here to avoid frequent condition, or is to leave a city. Within the city, you need to be 1,000. Yeah, it's already 1,000. Or at least. And okay. So what's next after this? Is there an intersection right now? Okay, there you go. That is the one. So in this part, you will need a lot of roads. The road rebuilding project. And there you go. Is that the one? Why don't you ask me for some? God, come on. It's on the top of the soil. Make something diagonal. With no disaster. How could you ever been? If you have too many of these. So one thing, add something more. Make wide complementing areas of H Sasuke watch again. And ARD. Try placing the ARD. Well, no, not that one. No, not that one. Reset. Ooh, oh my God. We found a pretty mistake, but and start over. As you can say that we do not start over from H point, from point A to point B. Let's see. ARD. But this point goes here. Reinstall. I don't take much time. And what is that? There you go. You need to be afforded by certification. And try again. More than a thing. We add once again. It should be like that. To make a bigger one. And something's wrong here. Only the streets can include here. But each point... Oh god, sometimes doesn't like curved lines. Just place it right over here. Maybe this is another part of the... Good. Stand by. I don't hit this area. There's something in that area. Ah, there you go. It should be like this after this area of that moment. Even if the cell has road, and I'll be watching for sometimes. No new attempts again. Let's see. Monorail. High monorail pieces. It contains a ramp. No pipe. Okay. A high-speed rail. Usually goes here. A high-speed rail goes right here. It becomes endangered, or it becomes endangered. Really? Can be connected with a monorail. What's that? Okay, what's that? But once again. And okay. Stand by. Control Alt save. This can crash the desktop. This may save a little bit thing here. Yeah, will you ever need to save? You cannot override this slope here. What? Stand by. Do not save. It's a quick save you need to say. 543,000 population in a single region. And there is a crack on Schureberg city. Starting off with an empty area. The save game will be crashed unless something is happening. Okay, second attempt. And right over here. Whoa! What's that? Again. Again. Exit without saving. Since Schureberg becomes empty and the game file is corrupted or even in transportation areas. So let's start over. Third attempt. We don't add another thing. It's a ground level. Place on this line. But first add a monorail. Nearby and the HSR. Placing right here. Now, there you go. After 3 attempts, he forgot something. You go like there. On slow pieces. Uh, what is it again? Add first, then add another one. Okay, there you go. We finally improved that city. Oh, I forgot to check the picture. How does it work? The viaduct. No one else pushes the viaduct. Let's see. A road over pieces. Too much changing. Too much changes right now. It costs too much. Turn it off now. And rebuild. We don't have any more. Because it's high. Consider adding more parks on this area. And add the HSRP. Right here. Give me one thing. What? Re-add. One setting. And replace it with turn left. Could not place right here. So what about this one? Should be nearby. Okay, there you go. We have a lot of nearby monorail transit. Goes nearby. And a starter piece. Goes here. Again. It should be right here. It could be disconnected. Which side to the side. And there you go. This is the 5th HSRP transit hub. Those abandoned buildings. To create a complete work. Finally, add something more. Okay, no unstable networks found. There you go. And one more thing. Finally. One piece of an thing. There you go. We need more jobs to continue operation. So let's say, ask for a job and ask for help. Fast forward. Oops. Sorry. Fast forward. At the end of the year, we should be fasting forward at the end of this part. Check the fire. We need more fire stations. They don't just left behind. More. Crime. Don't need crime. What about that? More. And more. Make even circulatory. Add more education. And the health. Random health coverage in this area. Okay. Add more health. Yeah. There you go. If there's too much population, too much pollution, and there's something wrong with this population, which means Schureberg crack this map. And also thanks to the following. Add a bus stop right here. Right. There you go. 25-minute thing you want to know is to add another one, which means real bright. Forgot the trees in Arrostandi. Let's go back to the center. Make sure everything is perfect. I don't really think that's the way. Stop the clock. Aconiscrazy has a lot of things to do. So what's the next thing? Now, Bamberoo has 3 parts. Part 1, we added 4 new bridges crossing the Silksberg-Aconiscrazy River. Part 2 is, well, same as the 3rd part of Arrostandi. And part 3, the replacement into the 3-lane asymmetrical road. On the right side, even it's not yet connected. Can you finish it first? There you go. It's a cursed thing. We have transferred the new line because it's banned. Return to one thing. So you meant to say we need to choose out of something which is not bad. Going from this side. Then let's rebuild? No. No rebuilding. Keep away from this harm. And this harm. So resume. We need to add more avenues. No explanation. Or some expectation. And this part. What about that one? It is from Satan. And the rest of the thing is what else? No, what? Nothing else. What? Increasing. Remove all the subway. I don't need subways anymore. There's too much of these subways. Could be easy. Simply retrofy any subways. Congestions. No, if there's so let's move on. Since the last thing, oh, we've already built a station, a subway station, and of course, add something else to make wide complement realistic momentum, and you cannot add more of this. We're gonna need more control. So it's voided. Find a voided area and find a real thing here. What to do is add more metronomic crossings to do the same work. More metronomic crossings to do the same work. And let's see, road to road. What about that one? Good luck. Are you asking me to say if there's a potatoes, farmings, agricultural, desiderata, and the desired ashamed rule for the whole thing? When there's too many cars, create a 6-lane road. Maybe it will fix this problem. Okay. Let me just think. Zones. I don't have zones here. On a crazy thing. Let's see. Let's see if we can have create a long transition. Let's have Sabah overpass. Okay. Overpass. With avenue overpasses. For the most of the thing. Check the avenue, and you cannot edit this deck. No props allowed in this situation. Cost SKLF. cannot edit the rest of the deck. Okay, there you go. It should be stated now. All roads or even Unconcious. Maybe the fractive. Also those sometimes. Okay, add more trees. Maybe you can help with some work. Yeah. And a seaport on each street. So in this world thing here, check the route out by Soar. Need more pedestrians, more roads, more exchanges. Happy amazing roads are truly better. And happily, we would like win. And we added more of these. More rail stations and more rail to make something completable. No complainables. Others are in truth. 1 pedestrian lanes and 1 pedestrian lanes should add the acceleration. So everything will be lost. It should be placed right this part no more. Have a reward. Only the happy rewards can take a look. Don't harm farmers market. Also for sure. And what's the thing? You cannot build a cemetery here. Over here. When there's too many of these. Destroy everything, which is 100,000. If there's too much air, nothing happening. And check the water. Most fully done. So it needs to be connected on the next episode. After this thing should be retouchable in other small cities. In each small cities causes sense of trouble. If there's too many fighting trucks or any of those, should be lesser than others. Check the forward areas. It should be 2006 in another thing. November 4. You need to claim an airport. When there's too many population, add something more. Stop the clock. You forgot something with a one-way roads in Schureberg. Triple 3-lane asymmetrical road in Arrostandi, south or northeast. Maybe there might be complicable in the other side. So that means Aconiscrazy, Bamberoo, again. Yeah, 4-lane networks between. A large station called or something. Again, the largest station called HSRP Transit Hub, going from Arrostandi, the route from Arrostandi to Arkstraight. But it's under construction. So that means you need to make something better. Or otherwise, make everything better or upgradable. Make more happy with a lot of parks. And that will be it. Everything should be merciful. Well, this is religious areas. Forgot the cathedral. Where's the cathedral? Did you see the cathedral? Maybe. Oh god. You ever trying to say Sims Cathedral? Should be placing on that side. Or even like that. Now you can have these gatherings or donating. Each something much. So remove all of this. So faster. Remove everything itself. Pick one or one of any kind. This might take a longer time to make the time lapse. So when the time lapse started on the next episode, Morley than precious. If you start the clock, the time lapse should be after 5 or more, starting from 1995 until the end of this year, or even quite traffic. You need to build more jails. Where is it? We could not edit something else, but try something else. What about that one? Oh, about that one. Moving on to this last segment, should be on the center. We don't have much time left. Resume until the end of the year. But this part and this part, crashing those cars, immediately crashing. Alright then, stop the clock. So what's the next thing? And Slavosilk, Arkstraight, Arrostandi, Bamberoo, and Aconiscrazy are busy. Welcome back. Then Schureberg has a lot of things to do. So this is going to be the last episode to replace the 3-lane asymmetrical road, because this is not the finale. And whatever to do is check the areas of a Matterhorn, consisting of 2 or more residual wastes. Bang. Wasteless area. Costs 500 or more. Let's wait until it costs much. No parks now. You don't need parks. You don't have to build some parks in this area. So that means rebuild. The area of inconsistent. And let's try something another. all you have to do is to rebuild all the parks and continuation. Well, it is not a very long ride. And whatever. Change the rule. All roads must be replaced into an Assignment. I think it's what they changed. Okay. At 95%. Transition. Okay. And another thing should be placed behind. Okay. You cannot place on the top of the reserve tiles till it reaches to this point. But there's not enough points. Go another way. And create an American area. On that area should be nice and clear. Whatsoever cannot be placed because I don't understand. In which visible areas should not be mixed. In whatsoever. Oh god. What is the mixed area? Going to the side. Again, going to the side. Until it solves this problem. Whoops. Back to 42. There will be an extra thing. Oh. Road sign costs trouble. You cannot build a road in this area. But this time, no one is allowed to watch this particular part. We're founding no profile limits. Can we place it right here? No! I don't place right here. place right here. It could be like that. Because unless something... But not the thing here. And what is it again? The people will not say that. So actually, where's this thing? Well, I don't know. We can't build there. Let's try replacing. Remember, this is how this happens. Not every. Well, no, enough. Try making a move. What? Wait. In Arrostandi Northeast, we can't build 3-lane symmetrical roads. That side. Was it? Should be a 3-lane symmetrical on that side. Please do something. Of course, it's not. How many times is it asking me that you cannot build? So there's another way. We go this side of the road. I tried something else, but it didn't work. Try something else with a 4-lane road. It doesn't work in Arrostandi Northeast. This should have a road transition. Should be a fantastic area. Okay, we could not build right here. Now, what is it? Wait, that is not the right thing. Could be like that. On that area should be pleasant. And there is a mistake with this road concerning me. Only now. Should be placing here. Oh yeah, placing on this side causes much trouble. Let's make it as a 4-lane road. But we could not build this area. Only one-way roads and affectioners should be placing right here, because I can't believe what else cannot. What is it? Okay. Wait until the smoke comes out. And wait until the smoke comes out. Before rebuilding it again. Make sure that this road should be precisable. So this time you cannot build on the top of the reserve tiles. On the top of the reserve tiles, maybe it will take 60 minutes. Otherwise, it's fake. You can't build in that way. You cannot build on that way. Try to play better. And do it better. It's pretty uncautious. Okay, resume. Make sure everything should be fixed now, as long as it takes. Well, remember. So how long it will take unconscious stations going from this Aconiscrazy. But the route guidance is to fix the problem. Needs a fixed problem. So that means you need to say that Slavosilk, a mirrored city near Slavosilk, and that is how whatever's going from each side. And I forgot this one. What's that? Okay. What about that one? Okay, the Cell House Road. Cell House Road. Even they do not build out of sight, make sure everything should be happy or not sad. Including the risk. Oh my, pulls don't matter. Try re-adding something other. Dezone the areas of Schureberg South. I don't know. It will make you better. Pulse again. How many times that pulse should not be here on this side? Fast forward. It will crash the game. Do not fast forward. It's bad to fast forward. At the end of each month, we need 250,000 population at each episode. So we need more premises that we can see each sometimes. So sometimes stand by for another thing. Will you include demolish existing developments? So until the end of November or the year should be passed out. Unless something happens, would create much farting on this one. And stop. This is where the Asymmetrical road going to Bamberoo. And it doesn't take a single while. Let's rebuild. Push to the left. And push to the right side. Nearly pushing on this side as long as it takes. Well, here is a perfect idea that Arrostandi needs a help. Going to Ard. Asymmetrical road. It'll goes here. Where to place this part? Where can you place this part? Should be like this one. Which I had something else with. We don't care too much. When there's too much problem, add more. And rechange the time. With the approximate time. Going to Bamberoo. So okay then. Once you need more of this one, parks, straight lines, and the other side should make a small avenues. All of the small avenues should be present as long as it takes. If you need something else, create another work. If not, do it again. But another this point. So we don't have much time for this part. Even if the time comes around, and it comes around in every side near Saskatchewan, Scratchelabor, or even the small avenues. Small avenues should be rebuilt currently from each side. And it currently does nothing happened. And it goes nothing, and nothing, and nothing. Maybe that will work. Brokenly. If you have any small avenues, then guess what? We're adding some more of these constrictions. Coming up next, you might going to have a new city, the mirrored one called Clissobals. I'll see you in the next episode.